This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin, and this is Don DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, episode 69. Letterkenny versus Trailer Park Boys.
Letter what?
Letterkenny.
Okay. Sorry, the audio glitch was mine this time.
Fuck you.
I didn't know if this was a special edition of like Escape Pod After Dark and we were gonna watch Letterkenny.
Letterkenny. Oh, it's Letterkenny.
Oh,
I hate you.
He's got a whole different DellaSnooch today, doesn't he?
I hate you. Just continue with the bullshit because I hate you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't like you. We're not friends. We're not doing this.
Fair enough.
The show is not happening.
It's not happening.
So everybody can go by.
So here we are.
So here we are, continuing with the show like nothing happened. Feelings were hurt. Things were said.
What did we do this week, buddy?
Dude, we did ScarifCon.
We did do ScarifCon.
It was amazing.
It was amazeballs.
It was such a good time with a lot of great people.
Yep. We loaded up the Tahoe.
Yeah.
And we headed to the big shiny city of Chicago.
Hell yeah.
And we met a bunch of awesome podcasters. Who all was there? There's Big T, Todd from WSTR, and Big T and Little T.
Yeah.
There was Ro.
He was the one who sat at our table.
Right. There was Ro from the Scarif Scuttlebutt.
Yes.
There was
the Rebel Base card.
Greg from the Rebel Base card.
Who else? There was Rob from Jedi Temple Archives. The Convergence.
Yep.
97 Bravo.
97 Bravo from the Convergence was there. Chantel was there. Nicole was there.
Yes. Chantel's on Scarif Scuttlebutt, isn't she?
She is on Scarif Scuttlebutt.
Yes.
Right now she's in the chat.
Oh, what's up, Chantel? Hell yeah.
Gosh, there was another one of the cats from WSTR there.
Yes. They had a couple that they were represented.
They were rolling thick.
Rolling deep.
Dominic Pace was there.
Yes.
Doing autographs, signing comic books.
He was such a cool dude in person.
Yes.
He was legit.
When nobody else was around and he was just shooting a shit, still a cool dude.
Yeah. Ridiculously cool. I was like, yep. I was thoroughly impressed.
Yep. When when you're in a position where you're on camera or whatever, when the camera's on,
yeah,
you at least have to be a certain kind of way.
Right.
Especially if you're somebody like him who's in the public eye.
Right.
We just don't give a shit.
Right. Exactly.
But the second the cameras went off, he was still him.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I appreciated his attention to the kids when the kids showed up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He just had this knack to get along with the kids and, really kind of get down the level, like let them take pictures.
Which is a long way for him because he's a big dude.
Yeah, I'm barely taller than that dude.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, he's got a good build to him. So.
Yeah, he's a solid dude. He filled out that Chicago Bears uniform like he was going to play today.
Yeah, he could have. That's for damn sure, bro. That's for damn sure.
Gosh, who else was there? I know we're leaving somebody out.
We're probably leaving a lot of people out, man. But I mean, there was so much was happening.
There was so many great.
We got thrown on the spot. Yeah. Oh man, dude, totally did not expect to get thrown in a position where it's like, hey, podcasts.
Yeah, come over here and podcast. And we're bet, because we expected that we were going to be talking to somebody.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more of an interview, more like, what do you do? What are blase blah.
And it was essentially this, and we had not prepared any kind of like through thought. We were just like, hi.
Like our show, we have an outline. We know where we're going. And I had no idea. And then I had to watch my mouth, watch my language, because we're in a public place. There's kids around. I'm on somebody else's podcast, so I'm trying to show them respect. You know what I mean? So it was like, I was not firing on all cylinders, and I was sputtering, and I wanted to say things that I just couldn't say. And it was just, oh my God, let me make it through this.
Yeah, it was something else. It was a good time.
It was a damn good time.
We're not complaining. It was just like not what we were. All of a sudden we were like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. I had no idea what to do with my hands.
We were like, I'm new.
It was awesome though. I still loved it, man. It was cool with all the people who showed up. That row gave everybody a chance to get on there and just talk about their stuff, talk about what was going on at ScarifCon for them. So that was completely enjoyable.
Yeah, it was a really good time.
I definitely enjoyed it. We were there from beginning to end.
Chantel says, watching my language was the worst. I have a massive potty mouth.
It was so hard, right?
I keep telling you, Chantel, in Michigan, we just call that having a mouth.
Exactly.
There's no potty. Nobody in this state watches what they say. Everything that's on their mind just falls out of their mouth.
Right.
Nobody has a filter up here. It's just ridiculous. And that's why we're all stupid. I don't know. We just tell people, hey, you look like a dumbass. Come here.
Come here. Hey, dummy, let me tell you something. Did you just call me dumbass? No, dummy. Come here.
Yeah. For real. But ScarifCon was great.
Yeah. Then it was supposed to go till 4. I think it went till 5.
Yeah, I think so. Even after it started sprinkling, we were still.
Yeah, people were still hanging around. Then once it started sprinkling a little bit harder. Almost got to a full-blown rain, if you will. So we all started cleaning up. We tried helping out the best we could, but we were really kind of lost in the shuffle. I kept worrying about the truck because here's the thing. When I parked in a parking lot that on one side of the parking lot was a fence, and all over the fence it was do not park here, private parking for such and such business. But behind those parking spots, like if you're looking at the fence and you turn around, there was parking spots with no signage.
Right.
There was nothing that said you couldn't park here. There was nothing that said this was private parking. And we got there. It started at 12. We got there, 12:15?
Yeah.
And we parked there, changed real quick, and we were there. And then we went out to eat, and we were done eating, 6:30?
Yep.
And I probably went and checked on that car every hour.
Yeah.
There were sometimes every 30 minutes.
He was stressing, and rightly so. You know, we're in a strange city. The way that some things are labeled imply one thing, whereas
and you never know. And then on the weekend it means one thing, but on the weekday it means another. Like you have no real clue unless you live there.
Yeah. We were talking about Chicago earlier. It's a very living, breathing city.
Yeah.
And it's very vibrant and there's lots going on, but there's also lots going on. Like you learn the rules as you go.
Right.
Like when you're driving in Chicago, you drive different than you do in most places. Like, I don't know. Have you ever driven through the Washington, D.C. area?
Yes.
You might as well strap a rocket to your back and stab people as you go by.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was parts where it's like the road goes zigzag up and I wanted to just eat the end of a shotgun.
Yeah, D.C. is a magical place of bizarre
roads,
social constructs,
and just the roads are fucked up, dude. Like, fuck that.
Hi, Marcy Darcy.
Oh, what's up, Marcy Darcy? Sweet. We said hello to Marcy Darcy.
We do. That kind of consumed the bulk of my week, other than the construction that's going on here. And
we're not done.
It's true. We did do other stuff, didn't we?
Well, we went out to eat.
Fuck yeah.
We went out to eat at that expensive ass restaurant.
So we go to this Italian restaurant, and me and Brady are, we do okay.
Yes.
We could eat whatever the fuck we want, to be honest with you.
It's true.
Well, I mean, within reason.
Yes.
I'm not going to import escargot from Alaska and
well, I mean,
eat it on an endangered bird.
Right. Oh, well, an endangered, well.
But anyway, we go into this restaurant and we were looking at the menu. We look it over. We flipped it over again. We thought about some shit. We looked at each other. We looked at the menu again. We thought about some shit. And then we both looked at each other and was like, you want to split a pizza?
Yeah. Yeah.
we totally did. We're like, no, we'll just split a pizza. This is stupid.
It was good ass food.
Yeah, it was
a good ass pizza. I'm not going to complain. The pizza, it was good.
It was good pizza.
But the place was a little bit out of my price range for what I was trying to spend that weekend.
Well, we split a pizza. We both had a Corona and that was it. And we cashed out about $40.
Yeah.
The other option was we were going to be about $40 a piece.
$40 plus, dude.
I wanted to get a double whiskey. That would have ran me like 22.
I wanted to get a few Coronas. I was kind of upset about that. They were $6 a piece, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't paying. One Corona was good. And even that, I was just like, oh.
Yeah, you almost bought the whole 6-pack.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, bro. It was ridiculous.
And I mean, it's always more expensive in the city. Like the very next day, we went out to one of my favorite restaurants in the city, and I got a margarita that was $14.
And I would have got that margarita said I was not driving.
Right. But it was a fucking $14 drink.
Yeah, you're damn right it was.
It had like 2 shots of tequila. It had a Corona in it.
Yeah. A full Corona, not one of them baby bottle
Yeah.
Coronas.
I mean, it's a real fucking drink.
Yeah.
But I'll be damned if I'm going to spend, $20, $30 getting lit on 4 Coronas.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's not happening. That's
not happening. Chantel says that some places have drinks in Miami $20 to $40 a piece.
No,
thank you.
You got to pregame the shit out of yourself before you go out.
Well, here's a little insider on me that that they don't. We will go places and I will stop at a small liquor store and I will buy 2 or 3 of those airplane bottles of whiskey and I'll put that shit in my old man dad cargo pants or shorts. And when we're out and about, I'll just tuck to the side and be like, I'll be damned if I'm going to pay you $10 for what I just got at the local liquor store for $1.99.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So I might buy one to make it look good, but I'm definitely not getting drunk at the casino. Like, that's crazy.
I'm only getting drunk at the casino if they're feeding me the drinks while I'm playing.
Right. Which none of the casinos here do.
None of the casinos here do. That's just awful.
It is awful.
That's tragic.
But you know what?
You think they would make more money if they did?
They're not competing with the other casinos for your attention.
I just wonder.
Because all of our casinos are kind of on an island. You're like at the casino you're at, and that's the way it is. You can't just go from one to another to another.
It's kind of ridiculous. I understand the thinking, but it's ridiculous. At the same time, it sucks.
Definitely.
It sucks. I want free drinks at a regular casino.
I love what's happening in the chat. Jess says, cargo pants have come back, and Dragon Buddy's like, they went out? That's dad pants, man. Dad pants.
Hell yeah.
The only thing I refuse to do is get those white tennis shoes.
Oh, the
grilling
Nikes
shoes,
or the New Balances.
Yeah,
yeah, one or the other.
Yeah, no thanks.
Happening.
I'm not doing that.
Not happening. I wear basketball shorts a lot.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
Yeah, basketball shorts I'm down with. I
wear a lot of Nike and Jordan basketball shorts.
If I'm going somewhere that like I need to have pockets, I'm man enough to put on some pockets.
It's hard for me to find shorts that I'm a comfortable length with other than basketball shorts. Because I don't grow up in this era of shorty shorts.
No.
That's
I got to have my knees covered.
But it's so hard for my height to find shorts that'll cover my knees. And if I do, they're either super long or they're way short. They're like, it's so hard to find that in between.
At my height, which I'm 5'10", it's still hard to find shorts that actually cover my whole knee.
Yeah, but I guarantee you have a way easier time.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right, but it's still a fucking struggle.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate that.
You know what the worst thing is now?
I just don't like it. I don't like shorty shorts.
When you go into a store, everything now is straight legged or skinny legged.
Slim fit.
Who the fuck is this for?
I know, and especially in America, because we're an obese society.
Well, here in mid-Michigan, we all thick.
Yeah.
Even the thin people are thick.
It's true. It's true.
You know, a thin dude is still 170 pounds. You go out west, like they're like walking around 145 pounds going, what the fuck are you eating for, you fat bastard?
It's true.
So I don't know why. It just is the way it is.
Yeah.
Now I'm mad.
Don't be mad. Hey, DJ says that you can smuggle the heck out of stuff with the cargo ship.
Fuck yes.
Yeah,
you can smuggle cargo.
Yes, all kinds of
essentially cargo. You're Han Solo.
Dude, back in the day when I was younger and used to go to the theater and I had, because they had the zip ones.
Yes.
Those are popular.
Mm-hmm.
I used to smuggle all kinds of stuff in the theater.
I used to have a leather trench coat.
Yeah.
That inside all the pockets, there was a little flap that you could go up and in, and there'd be a whole nother set of pockets in there.
Oh, yes, dude.
It was the ultimate smuggler's bounty, dude.
That's so fantastic.
I could put my weed in here. I could put my shrooms over here.
Oh, my goodness.
It was serious.
I'm so happy for you.
It was serious.
That's such a great jacket to have.
That jacket weighed 800 pounds.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure you lost shit in that jacket. You never got back.
I did. And it could be like 20 below, and I could walk like through the snow in that jacket, and I'd be fine. It was so hot.
That's such a fantastic jacket. Oh, I'm so jealous of that jacket.
It was my jacket. I got pictures of me in it somewhere. It's just this ugly ass green jacket that I got because some guy owed me money for weed and he couldn't cough it up. I'm like, run me that jacket.
Oh man.
And that was my jacket.
And then he gave you the jacket.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
It's the world. It's the world.
It's a good world.
Do you have anything else that you want to add about what we've been up to since the last time we were all together?
No, we had a good Chicago trip. Coming back from Chicago sucked.
Yeah, it was shitty raining the whole time.
The weather up until we hit Michigan was awful. It was just pissy rain the whole time. And then every toll booth we had to stop at, the first one we sat at for probably
that was
45
crazy.
minutes to an hour.
That was at the one at the end of the Skyway in between Illinois and Indiana.
Oh my God.
And it's a son of a bitch. The one side you're sitting next to a sewage treatment plant.
Yeah.
And the other side, apparently, there's just no people and it's all electronic.
And it was raining and people were just shitty and driving stupid. Mm-hmm. And it was, and I picked the wrong toll booth lane every damn time.
Right.
I picked the slowest one every damn time. But if I'd have switched lanes, that one would have became the quickest one, and we'd have now been in the new slowest one.
It's true.
That's how it would have happened, dude.
Mm-hmm. It was a whole thing.
It was ridiculous. And we stopped at the gas station, and Don paid for the wrong pump.
Yes, that was awesome.
He even called out the wrong number as we were leaving the pump, and I didn't even turn around to look at it. He was like, "Yeah, 8." We were at fucking 4.
Yep. So then I had to go stand in the spot and wave Brady in like an air traffic controller.
So nobody would take the free gas that we just paid for. Oh my God.
It was an adventure. It always is.
Yeah, it was fantastical.
But, to wrap that all up, there's going to be a Scarif Con next year.
Yes.
And everyone should come to Chicago.
Yes,
like just straight up escape pod all over Chicago.
Yes, dude. And then tell them we sent you. Well, you can let them know when we're there. We'll be like, hey,
we'll be there.
Buddies.
Be like, we did send you.
And we're here. And we're going to have a good time.
Speaking of which, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy are going to go meet Dominic Pace soon.
Yes, that's awesome.
And I told them to make sure that they tell him that we sent him.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So you can find us as always on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. Check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of great podcasts, like From a Certain Point of View, who just did a show on everything to watch on Hulu.
Yes.
I made a rhyme and didn't even mean to.
Hey.
Actually, they made a rhyme.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Certain Point of View, Hulu.
Certain Point of View on Hulu.
Anyway, Salty Nerd Podcast just did a show about the new movie, The Tomorrow War.
I want to see it and I don't want to see it. I've heard mixed reviews.
I want to see it because I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah.
That always means that somebody's dead ass wrong.
Right. And it's up to you to figure it out.
Right. I like those odds.
I'm okay with it.
I like going in there going, you know what? You might like it, you might hate it. And I'm just like, all right.
Yeah. Whatever's clever, man. Let's figure this shit out together. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW The Escape Pod, all one word.
And please join us at patreon.com, search ATSW The Escape Pod in the search creator bar to support our show and get in on the exclusive escape crate.
Just Jen said Tomorrow War was a fun popcorn movie.
Nice.
So get some popcorn.
Yes.
I like it.
I like popcorn.
I like suggestions from the chat. Do it. You heard it from the chat. If you don't like it, blame Just Jen.
Mm-hmm.
You found her here in the Escape Pod chat. So she let you down, not us. So you can't blame that shit on
Don't
us.
put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Please visit our store on tpublic.com, search ATSW The Escape Pod, and make sure you scroll down and look at all the random goodies like coffee mugs, stickers, and tote bags, in addition to sweet t-shirts and hoodies, which they are really sweet.
They are really sweet.
I don't have a hoodie yet. I'm going to get a hoodie before winter time, but the
hoodies are nice and soft.
Yeah, the t-shirts are fantabulous.
Yeah.
I like them. Like I've said it before, they need to start making some jeans.
I specifically recommend the Heather t-shirt.
Yeah, that's yes.
Those
absolutely.
are way soft.
Yes, so good.
Follow us at ATSW _ The Escape Pod on Instagram and at The Escape Pod on Twitter, and join ATSW The Escape Pod Facebook group.
Yes.
If you haven't done these things already.
Yeah, sorry about the shitty name for Twitter.
Yeah, that's my fault.
We don't know how that happened, but it happened that way and we can't change it, and we're so deep in that we're not gonna.
Right.
So that's what happens. So do you want me to do that or do you want to do that?
I'm gonna shout out the chat.
You should do that.
All right. We got Lunar Girl, Dragon Buddy, Just Jen, DJ Red 4. I already said Dragon Buddy, didn't I? Dragon Buddy again. 420 for life.
Yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude? Chantel, Old Man Johnson, Jess. They've been talking. Look at them go.
Look at them go.
Hector's in the chat. Hey,
what
Hector.
Up, Hector.
I know Scott is listening, but he's not in the chat.
Well, he was like one of the first people, but that was very before the show started.
Yeah, used and abused. They're listening, but they're busy doing other things.
They're taking care of life.
So thanks for being with us tonight, guys.
Hell yeah, we appreciate that. So now we'll get into our shout outs. First and foremost, always got to give a shout out to the Sidebar Cantina. That is the mothership. That is Dave and Jason. That is the New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies. That is our new Red 5 family member.
Yeah, Red 5.
And they announced it yesterday after you've done it 3 fucking times.
I just found out yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, that's weird because it's recorded and people can go back and listen to like 3 episodes where you called it out.
Time is not a straight line. It's very wibbly wobbly.
Listen, Loki. Chill out. Chill out. Getting a little ridiculous.
It's the timeline's not what you think it is.
I know what the timeline is, and it's messed up. I've been watching.
Just saying.
Yeah. Next, check out our friends at the Use and Abuse podcast with Kim and Scott. They're doing their thing. I missed their episode yesterday because flat out, me and the wife just napped.
That's what I heard.
It was just nappy.
I heard you tried to do something and you just went L's uncle.
No, we were just both. She was laying in the chair. I was laying on the couch. I used the dog as a pillow. It was fantastic.
DJ says, guess who's a new Patreon supporter?
Oh, shoot.
Hey,
that's fantastic.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Heck yeah. We'll have to make sure you add that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to yell out his name next week.
Yeah. Kim and Scott, they did 2 episodes of Use and Abuse yesterday. They did one at 5 and they did one at 7.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, but yeah, so check out Kim and Scott. They were doing last night. The morning show was the about racing, and then the evening show was about Kiss. I don't exactly remember what it was about Kiss, but it was about Kiss, the band.
Mm-hmm. I listened to some of it in and out. I was super busy, but they were talking about Kiss quite a bit.
Right. So sorry I missed out, guys. Next, check out Big Swede for Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede Reacts on YouTube and something Swede. And thank you, Don, for getting rid of the other shit that you wrote on the Swede board. I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, it was tripping you up, was it?
It was tripping me up because it was everything I need to read, then your bullshit, and then the rest of what I need to read.
That's pretty much sums up the entire show.
Yeah, pretty much.
What Brady needs to read, my bullshit, and then
the rest of the show. Oh, that's fantastic.
Patreon shout out Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Todd Lovin, Jen and Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, Richie the King Armbruster, Kristen Roscom, Ron Old Man Johnson, Backyard TARDIS, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and then I have to add DJ Red 4.
Hell yeah.
DJ Red 4.
Nice.
And always Nostalgia Inc. for sponsoring the Escape Crate. Now, if you aren't familiar with DJ is a member of Rogue One Radio.
Yes.
And
he's got like 32 podcasts he's a part of.
He does the other show that I can never remember the name of it.
Exactly. But he's got 32 of them.
I put it in the chat so I can shout it out, DJ.
I thought it was more than just one. Because I was surprised when he said it. I
put your whole list of podcasts in the chat so that I can shout them out. Shout them out. Tell me what's on your mind and what it's all about.
Yes.
Who sang that song?
You're going to say, let's keep it that way?
No,
is that what you were going to say?
We should let them finish.
Yeah. No, we did a good rendition.
It's time.
Yes, it is, my friend.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
The other one that DJ is on is Star Wars and Beyond.
Yes.
I knew it started with Star Wars.
I swear, I was like, I think it's more than 2, but it's like, no, that's how many kids he has because me and him have just
yeah. You guys have clans.
Kids. Yeah, we have a home and an away.
Yep. When we're talking about the banking clans, DJ and Brady run those.
It's true. We got all the kids. He's got some of them over there. I got the rest of them over here.
Right.
We got all the kids.
You guys could field a football squad.
It's true. It's true. We would be the home team. It would be awesome. We would wreck people. Just throwing that out there. Margot Robbie, unsure about returning to the DC Extended Universe's Harley Quinn after James Gunn's The Suicide Squad.
I cannot say Suicide Squad half the time either. The Q comes out in the wrong spot most of the time.
It's messed up.
So kind of what I gathered from that was not only does she not know anything, but there's been no talk about it. I haven't heard anything even rumored in the outside of whatever.
Right.
Of Margot Robbie doing anything more. So we may be about ready to see the end of Harley's run.
Yeah. Well, if it's time to end, it's time to end.
Yeah. Maybe there'll be a new one.
Yep. Or maybe they won't.
Yeah. So if you were a fan of the Silverhawks cartoon in 1986, it's getting a new treatment here pretty soon. The original was done by Rankin and Bass. I'm not entirely sure who's doing the new one.
You know what? I remember being a fan. I remember having Silverhawk toys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember shit about the show.
They were just a bunch of metal cowboy hawk dudes.
Yeah, like I don't remember the show though. I remember having the toys.
It was
I remember there being a cartoon.
Yeah.
I remember
like a space western.
Big, but I don't remember episodes. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, I would have to sit down and watch it. I haven't seen it since I was a little kid. But I remember it fondly.
I just don't remember it.
Marvel confirms Catherine Hahn's Agatha will return to the MCU. When asked when fans can expect to see it, Feige revealed that it will be someday soon. So,
who knows?
It was Agatha all along.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I told you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just didn't want to listen. Just like this guy. He don't ever want to listen to me. He thinks he knows. You don't know shit.
Motherfucker, just read the next thing.
Black Widow has largest domestic opening since Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
That's pretty impressive. But there was a pandemic in between.
There was a pandemic, but that's good, man. Things are starting to come back, and that's good for biz, man.
But this was the biggest movie since Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah. Well, that's what I just read.
Yeah, I know. I just reiterated.
Just double check in there. Jesus, man.
Pretty impressive.
Get your shit together.
It's actually putting up pretty solid numbers. Deadpool joins the MCU alongside Korg in a Free Guy trailer breakdown. Did you watch it?
That was fantastic.
It was hysterical.
Yeah, good stuff.
I absolutely love Korg.
Korg is amazing.
And Taika Waititi is the voice of Korg, for anybody who doesn't know. He's also the bad guy in Free Guy.
Oh, okay.
So it all makes sense.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure he directed it, but I could be wrong.
You are wrong.
Chantel says she loved Black Widow. Felt wonderful being in a movie theater again. True story. And that popcorn. Nothing better in the world than movie theater popcorn.
With butter.
Even though it's horrible for you.
Who cares, man? Don't think like that.
You can't treat yourself all the time.
Yeah, you got it when you're at the movie theater.
Yeah.
How many days in a week? How many weeks in a month? How many times do you go to the movies within that time? Treat your fucking self some good popcorn.
If left up to my own device, it'd probably be 3 times a week.
Yeah, but
I love going to the theater.
You still got to go on a steady diet. You get butter on your popcorn when you go.
True. Oh, there'd be no scenario where I got popcorn and didn't put butter on it.
Okay, good.
I would forego popcorn before I got popcorn without the butter.
I don't know if I would go that far.
I've watched movies without the popcorn.
No,
it is
that's
possible.
At the movie theater.
Yeah, you
I
can do it.
I can see you doing it at home, but at the movie theater, like popcorn and a pop is a must.
But you can do it.
Yeah, but it just takes away from the experience, and you shouldn't do it.
You're not wrong.
I know. That's why I said it.
For fuck's sake.
WandaVision nabs 23 Emmy nominations, including Outstanding Limited Series.
Pretty cool.
Hell yeah. It feels so long ago that came out.
I don't have the numbers for it, but Falcon and Winter Soldier got some nods too.
Dude, I just thought of this, and it's kind of scary. What's after Loki?
We go back to the movies.
I'm scared.
Did you hear that audible silence, guys? He really struggled.
I'm scared.
I don't think there's anything coming up from
I know, and that sucks, dude, because I've enjoyed what they've been bringing to the table.
I know it. I think we're going back to the movies next.
I don't know how much we are.
It's not in the notes, but the actress that played now I can't remember her name in WandaVision at the end, the lady that went through the field 2 or 3 times and turned into electrode or I've had my head out of it too fucking long. She becomes Captain Marvel's sidekick.
Oh my god, Electrode.
It's not Electrode. It's not the Phantom or Phasma.
It is Phantom.
Phazon.
It is, isn't it Phantom?
No.
Photon. It's Photon.
That sounds about right.
It is right.
Okay.
Because I'm amazing.
Moving on.
I can't help myself.
She was in England getting ready to shoot the other day. So they're moving through with filming on that.
Yeah, I'm with Jess. I'm not going back. Movies at home have been magical.
No, I love the theater.
I love the theater.
Just Jen says it's Electrode now, damn it. You know that movie with Electrode in it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Best one ever.
True. The Paramount, the studio that's working on the new Star Trek movie, has found a director in WandaVision's Matt Shakman.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean
I don't get into the Star Trek movies. I saw the first one that when they rebooted the series.
The J.J. Abrams.
Yeah. I saw that one, and then that was about it.
The second J.J. Abrams one is okay, but I didn't like what they did with Khan.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't even know.
And then there was something with motorcycles that didn't make any sense.
Right.
So, whatever, but they are entertaining.
You can't ride motorcycles on the Enterprise. That's just
weird. No,
weird.
it wasn't on the Enterprise. They were on this planet, but they were doing something weird with them that didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
It turned into some weird motocross thing that didn't make sense for the characters to be doing.
Yeah. But they were doing a super race.
Yeah,
like
they
a
were.
Death race.
Yeah, it was super fucking badass stuff, and you're just like,
this doesn't make sense for a Star Trek movie.
All right. Phaser's just done, I guess.
Whoa, that's a little aggressive. Calm down.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry.
If you don't know, now you're about to know. Loki has been renewed for a season 2 at Disney Plus.
That's all. I don't understand. There's no way to not unspoil that or whatever. It's at the end of the last episode of Loki, which is super stupid because I've seen it all over the internet for the last 3 days before the episode even aired.
Yeah, I have.
So why bother putting it at the end of just Loki if you're just going to spill the beans days ahead of time?
Maybe it got spilled. Maybe they weren't trying to spill it.
That may be. Either way, it's been spilled for days. So if you didn't know, I'm sorry.
Yeah. If we fuck that up, then that's on us.
But it does ruin the last episode of Loki. There's no reason to watch it now. You just skip it.
Yeah, just don't watch it.
It's all spoiled now. It's just garbage.
Yeah.
The whole thing, it's like nothing happens for the first 45 minutes, and they're like, and then season 2.
That's all. Yeah, there was like nothing. Like
no, it was a black screen.
It was a black screen, and then it was just like season 2.
Yep, they played some of that. Let's all go to the lobby music.
Yeah, and then it was over.
And then season 2.
Season 2. That's all it was.
So there it is.
You didn't see anything.
So I ruined it.
Nothing.
Spoilers, everybody.
Ooh.
In a recent interview with USA Today's Sarah Wilson, Rian Johnson has confirmed that his trilogy is still moving forward at Lucasfilm. He does advise that the project currently has no dates or timelines attached to it, which essentially means he's just talking out the side of his ass. Nobody's told him he's not making movies.
Right.
And that's the truth.
Hey, I still would watch what he would do.
Yeah, I would. If it says Star Wars, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
But I think Lucasfilm has moved on and nobody bothered to tell Ryan.
Maybe, but if they haven't told him, then he can still live in that world. You know what I mean? Like, sure. He's got to think about it if that's something that they discussed prior.
Mm-hmm. Either that or they don't want to piss him off because they got something else they want him to do first.
He's got his shit with Netflix.
Yeah, I know. He's a busy guy. That's what I mean. Like if Disney proper has something they want him to work on,
we'll see.
Why piss him off?
Exactly. I'm freaking out, man.
I'm freaking out, man.
Black Adam will feature Dwayne Johnson, filmed at 960 frames per second as the movie gods intended.
I didn't add the movie gods line, but that is funny.
Yeah.
960 frames per second is busy.
That's a lot.
That's busy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is that they need to convey at such a frame rate, or is that just haha, we can do it
out of people?
Yeah.
The Rock just beating super ass.
So there's that. So take that for what it's worth.
The Black Adam is cooking.
Yeah. What are good video games right now are like 60 frames per second.
Right. And this is 960.
960.
That's a lot more.
It might be a lot of bullshit frames.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah. It seems like just because they can do it, they're going to do it. But let's talk about video games.
Power up. I'm bad. Get over here.
Yeah, video game time, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Evil Dead, the video game, will release February 2022, says Bruce Campbell. Evil Dead, the game, is being developed by Saber Interactive and published by Boss Team Games and will feature cooperative gameplay and player versus player combat. It's set to release for PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and your mama.
Whoa. She can play games?
She can play this
Apparently,
game.
She's been playing head games my whole life.
They're going to release a game 2 years after the launch of the next gen shit that still plays on the old shit.
Exactly. That's how it is.
That's how it is.
It's how it's got to be sometimes, man.
I'm in.
You got to get every penny you can get.
Yeah, milk that cow.
Some people can't get the game. Some people still can't get a new PlayStation, so you better be putting it out there.
This is true.
So
I would hope by mid 2022, though, they got them on the shelves.
you would think, dude. You would think, but it's not looking that way. A copy of the revolutionary 1996 classic Super Mario 64 sold for $1.56 million at auction on Sunday, a record for video games. Rated A++, an A+ version of the game sold through Heritage in January for $38,400.
Right.
That's insane, bro.
I'm aware that it's a record for video games, but I really feel like somebody should go find the person that had to purchase this particular copy and ask him why.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just about having it.
That's all it could possibly be.
I don't get it, dude. I'm like, I like shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jordans. But I'm also one of those people who, like, when I buy Jordans, I wear Jordans. I don't put them up like Strobel. He collects them.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't wear them. Some of them he buys to wear, but not a lot of them he buys to collect them. I don't understand that thought process. That's his to have, and that's fine. But I'm one of those people who's like, when I have it, I got to play with it. I wouldn't be able to not play with the damn thing. It loses value.
I will say this. I got a copy of Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine on my Switch for like $62.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
And they have them at the store. You can go get one tomorrow.
Right. There you go.
So I have no idea why one would need to have it on the original console. Let alone, like, I don't get it. You could pay somebody $300 to rig up a fucking interface so you could use an original Nintendo 64 controller on your Switch.
I don't get it either, man. These people are nuts. Dude, like, if I'm thinking, like, if I won the lottery, dude, like, I won in one of those obscene amount lotteries where it's like 649 million, and so I'm left with 300 and something million after taxes. Like, I still wouldn't spend it to buy something that crazy. Like, I couldn't do that.
No, I would buy a life-size Batman.
You buy the Batman suit? Or
no, I'd buy like a whole Batman statue. That's
dude, I would do that, but that wouldn't be unreasonable.
No,
I see them in comic book shops.
Yeah, it's not crazy, and they have those fucking T800 ones.
Yes,
I would own one of those bitches too.
Oh, that's awesome! Hell yeah,
I would definitely own.
Oh, that's so cool.
Have
the eyes light up.
Oh, that would be dope.
That would just the inside of it light red.
Set it up to a clock, so every hour on the hour he starts turning and shooting his blaster in the room.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
People are there at the wrong time.
That'd be awesome. The Witcher 3's next gen upgrade will include free DLC and or from the Netflix series.
How do you feel that? Because it feels like it's tie-in.
So here's how I feel about it. My first response was, no, fuck that. We don't do shit for video games that already exist. But what this actually is there were a handful of game designers that sat down and tweaked some scenes so that they make it tie in with the Netflix show. But it's not like a whole new expansion.
I gotcha.
It's just some stuff, and it's free. They're not trying to get you to buy more.
Right.
But what this really is a next-gen port.
Right.
So they took it off of PlayStation 4, they polished it up for the graphics, and here you go on the new one. They did that with like Skyrim between 3 and 4.
I gotcha.
So I'm cool with that. I get fucking bitter about wasting studios doing DLC for games that people stopped playing already.
That's why I was curious how you were going to react to that, and I think you handled it well.
This is the kind of thing that only people that love this game are going to download it and play it again.
Right.
Like I've already played it twice. I'm not going to play it again. But it's the kind of game that has a beginning and an end, and you put it away.
Mm-hmm.
But like you get games like we were talking last week, what's the name of it?
I could barely remember yesterday, so don't ask me.
Shoot, what the fuck's it called? It's the one with Aloy. Breath of the Wild's popping into my head, and that's the wrong fucking game.
Of course, I was going to say that, but we all knew that.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yep, that's what it was. I told you guys.
They're releasing a new DLC for it, and it's like 3 years old. And the new game is due out next year. So why are we doing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's silly.
That shit fucking makes me nuts.
Jess trying to come in for the win, but he was a little bit. It's okay because he's behind in the time.
Yeah, he's a little behind. He was probably faster than me.
Oh yeah, 100%. This is why you were thinking of that.
Exactly.
Do you want me to read this?
Yeah, it's all
Let's do it. Let's do this. Zelda Breath of the Wild hacker arrested for selling modified save data. Show was offering to make any changes buyer requested, such as boosted stats and the abilities for the price of 3,500 yen, around 32 USD. One of the interested parties was actually the Najayat.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Najida Prefectural Police, and the 27-year-old man was arrested earlier this week under violation of the Unfair Competition Prevention Act in Japan.
Which I don't understand, because this game is a single player experience. There's no competition.
Right.
Unless he was using the intent was for this person to use it to do competitive speed runs or something somehow.
Yeah.
Whatever is going on, if somebody wants to tweak a game in America, as long as you can break the game and it doesn't ruin somebody else's experience, most of the time, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess maybe like I need more information. I don't see why the guy got arrested, but you know, Japan is a different thing.
That's true.
It definitely is.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don Juan DellaSnooch, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
If only everybody could watch.
Yeah, no shit. Thanks, Darius, for making that. That makes me smile every time we play it.
It's fantastical.
So this is
This
is in my wheelhouse of shit I give a shit about. Not everybody out there is going to. 2021 college coach hot seat rankings came out. And the way these work is 5 means if you don't fucking win this year, you're going to get fired. And a score of 4 means you really need to start improving, or else you're going to be next in line to get fired. So Scott Frost from Nebraska is on that win or be fired tier. And I hate Scott Frost, and he can suck a bucket of fucking Old Richards.
Whoa.
So
a whole bucket of Old Richards.
I hope he doesn't win a game this year. I'd love to see him get fired.
Damn.
And if he met me in person, he'd probably be like, why do you hate me?
I want to know why you hate the man so much.
The reason why I hate him is because Michigan won a national championship. I don't remember the year offhand, 96 maybe or something like that. And this guy whined and pissed and moaned to the NCAA because they had the same record as Michigan. They didn't play anywhere near the same caliber teams, but they had the same record. And it was before, the playoff system we have now.
Yeah.
And, blah, blah, blah. Well, he whined and pissed and moaned until they gave them co-champion. So it's not just me. Most of the Michigan fan base loathes this asshole.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Justin Fontaine from Virginia Tech. He's on the hot seat, getting ready to be fired if he doesn't win. And I don't see Virginia Tech doing it this year. So bye. Randall Edsall from UConn. He's in that same boat. Winner be fired. Herm Edwards from Arizona State. He's in that start improving category.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the great white hype there for a while.
Yeah, he was.
And he just kind of has been meh. I think his issue at Arizona State is recruiting.
Yeah.
Ed Orgeron from Louisiana State. Don't know a damn thing about him.
Ed Orgeron. Who'd he come from? He came from one of those high caliber.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was he like an assistant coach at like Alabama or something?
Something like the USC.
He was
somewhere in there.
Supposed to be the great new thing.
Yeah, and just kind of.
Yeah, fizzled and died. This one hits close to home. Jim Harbaugh, University of Michigan. He's in that needs improvement category before he gets to the don't fuck up one more time category. Yeah.
Which he's probably close to that one too.
Yeah, well, if they don't have a good season this year, like they got the COVID pass last year, but there ain't going to be no COVID pass this year. Otherwise, he'd be in the you're next on the fucking chopping block. Clay Helton, University of Southern California. He needs to improve or he's going to go. Walt Bell at UMass. UMass, I don't think has a shot in hell this year, so you can automatically assume he's going to be next up for.
He's done.
This guy's done. I looked at UMass's schedule. They got tough sledding this year. Dana Dimmel. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is. He's a head coach for University of Texas, El Paso, which I didn't realize that University of Texas and University of Texas, El Paso were two different things. But here we are. Piss or get off the pot, Dana.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do your thing, buddy. Step it up.
Step it up.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigator reporting on the planet.
It's true. A new report suggests Disney Plus upcoming She-Hulk series could feature an appearance from Charlie Cox's Daredevil.
Nice.
I love it.
Backyard TARDIS just checked into the chat. Hey, man, how you doing?
What's up, dude? Thanks for joining.
Loki may show up.
He's working and lurking, he says.
Working and lurking. Undoing locks and whatnot.
Oh, yes.
Hope you're not having to go into somebody's fucked up ass house, buddy.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of his videos?
No, but you were telling me about it.
He gets into some things.
Yeah.
Anyway, Loki may show up in a Marvel movie much sooner than we thought. Tom Hiddleston is expected to appear in Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, opening in theaters March 25th, 2022. That can't get here fast enough.
No, it can't. After watching today's final episode, and we're not going to give anything away, that can't get here any quicker.
No. DJ in the chat says UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso.
Yes.
Is a dumpster fire.
Hell yeah. So
good luck for them. Or not. But yes, I agree. After what we learned today, March 25th, 2022 needs to hurry the fuck up.
Well, so does, because that's what December of 22 is Spider-Man, right? Or no, Spider-Man's before Multiverse, isn't it?
I think that comes out this December.
Yeah. We still don't have a fucking preview.
He's dealing. Backyard TARDIS is dealing with the effed up Mercury Cougar, working on the anti-theft system. That sounds like fun.
No. Hopefully it's not hot, buddy.
He's out, I believe, in California.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he's hot right now.
that sucks.
Yeah.
All my best, buddy. Indiana Jones 5 could feature flashbacks with a younger Indy during World War II, including more conflicts with Nazis.
Yeah, more Nazis.
More Nazis.
You can't, you never go wrong with punching a Nazi in the face.
No, that's true. You should be able to punch all the Nazis in the faces as necessary.
Yep. And the Indiana Jones folks have never had a problem going back to that well.
We got people. Chantel is pumped for Doctor Strange.
Pumped.
Yeah.
In capital letters.
Yes. All caps. Like the whole sentence was in capital letters.
Yep. Like when my grandma tries to type.
Hello, young man. How are you?
That reminds me, I sold something to a cat on Facebook the other day.
And it was all caps.
All of his messages were like, bah, 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 bah. I'm like, why is this guy yelling at me?
Well, please stop yelling at me, sir.
Oh, Backyard TARDIS says, thankfully, it dropped down to 101 today.
Oh, my God, man.
So good times.
Yeah. Oh,
good
man.
times.
This beer's for you.
Yeah, I hope you find a Slurpee or something. 7-Eleven's got to be nearby. Let's get into the Bad Batch. We are an episode of Bad Batch and an episode of Loki behind.
Right.
So we're going to crush through these.
Should I get another beer before we
You should get another beer while I begin.
Yes.
The Bad Batch, episode 10, Common Ground. Directed by Saul Ruiz and written by Gershmarin Sandhu. Yeah, Gershmarin. On Raxus, which was the seat of the separatist government during the Clone Wars, the Empire institutes new curfew laws with the support of local Senator Avi Singh.
Just wait for Brady to get set up. Thank you for being patient. Hold on. Gotta fix this mic. Now we can be more patient. I appreciate you people. While addressing the public, Singh speaks out against the Empire instead and is arrested. Sorry. His protocol droid, GS-8, hires Sid to help rescue Singh, and she sends the Bad Batch, who are reluctant to help after fighting against the Separatists in the Clone Wars. Omega is left behind due to the multiple bounty hunters that are targeting her, and she wins Sid enough money playing Dejarik to pay off the Bad Batch's debt. With the help of GS-8, the Bad Batch rescues Sin and take him to Sid for payment. Wow. We got through that one quick.
Yep. Easter eggs for this episode.
Did you set it up that quick?
Yeah. I knew we got a lot of ground to cover.
Okay. Shh. Settle down, Brady.
Senator Avi Singh is a new character voiced by Alexander Siddig, who is best known for playing Dr. Julian Basher on Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which I haven't seen in so long. I don't even remember the character. He has also played Prince of Dorne, Doran Martell on Game of Thrones, which I also never watched because I had no interest. I do like boobs, and dragons are also cool.
Yeah. But
it wasn't enough to make me get into that.
I didn't have HBO when that came out. So
I have it now. What's ruining it for me now is I have HBO. I could go back and watch Game of Thrones, but I already heard how it ends.
Yeah.
And nobody was happy with it. So why the fuck would I want to do that? It's like Lost. I didn't watch Lost, and I know everybody fucking loved Lost. And then I heard what happened at the end. So there's snowball's chance in hell that I'm going to go back and watch Lost.
Lost was so good.
Yeah, up until the end.
I enjoyed the ending.
Did you?
The ending didn't bother me. But I'm one of those people, dude. I don't think too much like that. You know me. I don't think too much when I watch television or movies. I just like to be entertained.
Yeah.
Unless I'm watching a historical accurate something and then all of a sudden there's a transformer in the middle of it. Then I'm going to be like.
Right. Did I ever tell you the story of the octopus movie?
Yes.
So I don't need to retell it. We'll move on then.
Yeah. Yeah. You and the wife This is another octopus.
All you out there in the listening world are all gonna have to be like, what the fuck about
You
the
can
octopus
tell your
movie?
story.
No, I'm not going to.
You can tell your story. That's fine.
Maybe we should just tease it for the next like 20 episodes. And then
Tell
I'll finally
episode
tell
75.
It. Yeah, and
You
then
can tell the octopus.
there you
story.
go. When we do the AMA for episode 75, if anybody cares, they can ask me what the octopus story is.
There you go.
The Imperial captain overseeing the takeover of Raxus is a brand new character. While Captain Bragg was presumably part of the Republic military not long ago, she's quickly adapted to her new role, as if she has just been looking for an excuse to start imposing martial law and torturing people. Bragg is voiced by Shelby Young, who previously voiced characters on Forces of Destiny, The Mandalorian, and more.
Nice. Along with a variety of previously established Imperial ships and droids, the spotlight of this episode is on the weapon of war known as the ATT, the All-Terrain Tactical Enforcer Walker. It's smaller and more maneuverable than the famous AT-AT walkers in The Empire Strikes Back. These have appeared throughout the Clone Wars.
I really think the ATT is cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Damn. Mother trucker.
Son of a bitch.
The game of Dejarik is introduced in A New Hope, showcased in a variety of holographic creatures in a simulated gladiator battle.
It's true. I mean, that's what's happening right there.
We see it again in this. We saw it in Solo.
Hell
we saw it in...
you saw it in the Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker. Wasn't it in...
A New Hope.
Well, yeah, A New Hope. But Force Awakens. Didn't they end up on the Falcon in the Force Awakens? And...
It was kind of going. Finn turns it off.
Yep.
He turns it on.
So it's been around. It's been around. And it's talked quite a bit in the expanded universe.
Episode 11, Devil's Deal. Directed by Stuart Lee and written by Tamara Beaker Wilkinson. When Senator Orrin Free Ta announces a new Imperial refinery on Ryloth and encourages Twi'lek freedom fighters to disarm, Resistance leader Cham Syndulla is conflicted.
Hera and Chopper stake out the new refinery and get caught by the Imperials. We learn her uncle sent her and her mother my already be working for freedom fighters.
Yeah, you did. You just totally fucking
fucked
that up.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
We learn that her uncle sent her, and that her mother may already be working with freedom fighters.
Yes, what you said.
Damn.
Gobi Glee takes his niece Hera to retrieve new weapons delivered by the Bad Batch, but they end up tracked by Crosshair and the Empire. How cool was it to see Hera?
Dude, seeing Hera and Chopper was dope.
I was crazy excited for you to see that episode.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool.
Lunar Girl says, Hera and Chopper, I screamed.
Yeah, that was awesome. After Glee and Hera are arrested for treason on their return, Cham, his wife Alina, and his freedom fighters are attack the Imperial convoy to rescue them. Excuse me, I had a burp there. Crosshair shoots Orrin Free Ta to frame Cham for Ta's attempted assassination. Cham, Alina, and Glee are arrested while Hera makes her escape.
The way that all ended up at the end was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, dude. And that Crosshair can shoot, man. Dude!
Yeah, he straight up shot that dude's dome.
Yeah, he really put it on him. I'm surprised at how much violence they've been showing in the Bad Batch, dude.
The Bad Batch has legit got some violence.
Like, yeah, it's not Young 7. Let's be honest here.
It doesn't pull punches.
This is TV PG. Let's get it real.
Hera's droid companion, C1.
MA13.
What?
TV MA13?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were right.
I was right.
Hera's droid companion, C110P, Chopper, a grumpy troublemaker who seems relatively tame in his younger days compared to the more chaotic role of Rebels as seen in this episode.
Clone Captain Hauser, a reoccurring background character in this episode, is a brand new face. He appears to have been stationed on Ryloth for a while. and he is familiar with Cham and somewhat sympathetic to the freedom fighters. He was a cool, I mean, you know me and stormtroopers, clone troopers, like I thought his whole look was like, even with the helmet off, the haircut and everything, I was like, this dude is pretty dope.
His
looking.
Paint design was cool.
his whole paint, and you're not seeing as many troopers now with the paint on them anymore now that they're the Galactic Empire.
Gobi's ship is the Rainhawk, or a Rainhawk class transport, sometimes associated with Pantorian species, to be known as Pantorian cruiser. Canonically, it's relatively older model, out of date by the time Gobi's ship appears on screen. So it's kind of like a backside hand-me-down kind of thing.
Probably can get underneath, like the Razor Crest could in Mandalorian, and get under codes and stuff like that.
Yep.
The Imperials use new class attack transport shuttles, seen often in the Clone Wars, near the end of the episode, as well as a Nav WA6 Juggernaut tank first seen in Revenge of the Sith.
That thing's badass.
Hell yeah, it is, dude. That thing was really sweet.
Senator Orn Frita first appears in the live-action Phantom Menace, then stayed throughout the prequel films as one of the recurring background senators, as well as appearing in the Clone Wars. He and Cham are also major characters in the novel Lord of the Sith.
Hold on, I'm reading the chat. See, Backyard Tarda said, I rewatched Lost and just skipped the last season. Some of the best TV I have ever seen. So you don't even have to watch the last season.
That's true. But I have so much shit that's come out now that, like, I've got a list of like 15 things in my phone that I need to watch.
Yeah.
That I'm like slowly picking my way through. And no sooner do I get something off that list, something else has to get added to it.
Well, there you go. We added Lost to it.
No, we did not.
Yes, we did.
We so did
as
not.
A group, as a collective unit, as one, with the Force involved.
I would
shut up and put it on your list.
I would hate to tell you all you're wrong. But
you're wrong, dude. You're wrong for this.
I don't have time for Lost.
I don't have time for you.
Fair enough. Are you going to read the next thing? Or we just?
Did you not see that I was taking a sip of my drink?
I saw you taking a drink.
Okay, so hence can't read. Mouthful of beverage. Hold your fucking horses. Don't blink at me. You know I don't know. Listen, dude.
You don't have to be so strong with me. The people are cool with it.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Freedom fighter and Cham's wife, Eleni Syndulla, makes her first appearance in this episode. Listen, dude. Nobody needs that fucking mask, okay? Her first appearance in this episode. In Rebels, Hera says her mother died fighting the Empire. Eleni's first canonic portrayal comes in a stained glass portrait of the family.
Yeah, spoilers if you haven't watched Rebels.
Yeah, spoilers.
Shit, I'm gonna die.
Don't die.
Loki, episode 4, the Nexus event.
We're gonna get into Loki now, guys. We were just in the Bad Batch. Now we're getting into Loki.
Yeah.
Just to let the people know.
We did.
Yeah, you just jumped right in.
I said Loki.
Feet first. People aren't ready. Sticker shock.
They're all ready. Look at them ready.
They're not ready. A couple of them don't even have their hand raised.
Now they think we're fighting.
We're not fighting. You're fighting because you got a problem.
Episode 4, the Nexus event. Written by Eric Martin, directed by Kate Herron. On Lamentus 1, Sylvie says Loki has escaped the TVA's detention as a child. They form a romantic bond, creating a unique branch timeline that alerts the TVA to rescue and arrest them before Lamentus is destroyed. Mobius leaves Loki in a time loop for his past with Sif. That was brutal. Like, she just kept coming by, kneeing him in the balls.
Yeah.
And then she'd fuck off. And then she'd come by from the other side, knee him in the balls again. That seems horrible.
It would suck. And then even after he was cool to her and
she
said
still need him in the balls.
She didn't that one. No, she didn't that one, but she comes back.
Yeah.
Sylvie unlocks B-15's memories to prove that B-15 is a variant. Renslayer tells Mobius that C-20 died from a mental breakdown, but Mobius finds a recording of Renslayer interrogating a mentally sound C-20 who insists that the TVA workers are all variants.
Mobius frees Loki from the loop, but Renslayer confronts them and has Mobius pruned. Renslayer takes Loki and Sylvie to the Timekeepers, who order Loki and Sylvie deleted. With B-15's help, Loki and Sylvie defeat Renslayer and the Timekeeper guards.
Sylvie beheads one of the Timekeepers, revealing them to be androids. A recovered Renslayer prunes Loki. Sylvie overpowers Renslayer and demands the truth. In a mid-credit scene, Loki awakens in an unknown realm surrounded by several other Loki variants who invite him to join them.
This was a strange episode for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely nuts, man.
It was the episode of nothing you think is real is real.
Yes.
So as far as Easter eggs goes, young Sylvie, or young lady Loki, what's correct nomenclature, is playing with her toys and is reenacting a legendary battle involving one of the Valkyrie.
Yes. Mobius talks about all the different types of beings that they've dealt with, including the Kree, Titans, and vampires. This is the first confirmation of vampires existing in the MCU, right? Blade reboot, here we come.
When Mobius mentions Titans, he isn't talking about a team of DC heroes. Instead, the Marvel Titans are Eternals, who primarily inhabit, wait for it, Titan. And that's the home world of Thanos.
Yes.
Often known as the Mad Titan.
Nice. In the first Avengers movie, Nick Fury compared Loki to the Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz, giving us the famous "I understood that reference" Captain America meme. This episode keeps the Loki Wizard of Oz connection going with the way the Timekeepers are merely a fake identity meant to scare and grandstand.
Considering the way they laid out and just dressed, the Timekeepers are most definitely supposed to be reminiscent of the three most important people in the world. The futuristic utopian rulers that set things in motion in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
What the?
I actually looked at side-by-side photos.
Right.
It's almost dead nuts the same.
Yeah, I have seen that too. Kid Loki made his first appearance in Thor number 617 in 2010. Feeling he had hit a dead end as the god of mischief and was too distrusted for his schemes to matter, Loki set up on his own death in the event Siege, where he was killed by the Void. He was reborn as his child self from back when he was beloved and still relatively innocent.
The alligator Loki doesn't exactly come from the comics, but it does seem to be a nod to the incident where Loki transformed Thor into a frog during the Walt Simpson run of Thor comics.
Richard E. Grant makes an absolutely perfect comics-accurate Loki. Not only is this costume a perfect version of the way the character was portrayed in the pages of the Marvel comics for decades, where Loki was far more evil than MCU fans might be used to.
Right. When Loki wakes up during the post-credit scene, he wonders whether he has arrived in hell. But of course, the closed captioning reveals that Loki is speaking of hell, H-E-L, the Norse underworld overseen by the goddess Hel.
Nice. I like how they did that. That's cool. Episode 5, Journey into Mystery. Written by Tom Kaufman and directed by Kate Herron. Renslayer tells Sylvie Loki was teleported to the Void, a dimension at the end of time where everything the TVA prunes is dumped into and from which nothing has returned. They also deduce that the TVA's creator is hiding in the timeline beyond the Void.
The TVA mascot Miss Minute stalls for time until TVA troops surround Sylvie, who prunes herself and reunites with Morbius. After interrogating B-15, Renslayer attempts to reach the TVA's creator. Meanwhile, the other Loki variants tell Loki that a massive cloud-like creature called Aloth hunts and kills any life in the Void.
Boastful Loki betrays the other Lokis for a second Loki group, which itself dissolves into fighting. Classic Loki helps Alligator Loki, Kid Loki, and Loki escape and eventually meet Mobius and Sylvie. After Mobius returns to the TVA using a temp pad Sylvia previously stole, she attempts to enchant Eliath, but fails until Classic Loki distracts him with the illusion of Asgard, sacrificing himself in the process.
Together, Loki and Sylvie successfully enchant Aloth, find a citadel beyond the void, and walk towards it.
Hell yeah. Let's look at some of these Easter eggs. The Lokis pass a helicopter with Thanos on the side. This is a reference to Spidey Super Stories number 39 from 1979. The all-age comic featured a story of Spider-Man and the cat, Hellcat, taking on Thanos, who was on the hunt for the Cosmic Cube. He flew around New York City in his own helicopter with his name on the side.
This whole part of the show was, the Easter eggs is super thick for this episode because it was the giant fan service episode.
Yeah, it was.
While the Lokis are all drinking wine, Kid Loki is shown drinking High Seas Ecto Cooler. The Slimer-based citrus drink was a tie-in to the real Ghostbusters cartoon of the 1980s and lasted until 2001 due to its popularity. Kid Loki seems to be wielding a flaming sword, which looks as an awful lot like Leviatine, doesn't matter. The sword he wielded in Loki, Agent of Asgard.
Yeah, didn't work, buddy. Oh, there it did. I wish they still had the Ecto Cooler out there.
Dude, I love Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler was the jam, bro. I can't believe it was 2001 when they stopped doing that.
It doesn't seem like it was that long ago, which is why my kids got no affection for Ecto Cooler because he was not born yet.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't know if they could hear you with that story, but
I think they probably could.
it was ridiculous nonetheless.
It was.
These fucking kids. In the background of the Loki's lair, we see a Polybus arcade machine. Polybus is a long-running urban legend. Supposedly back in 1981, an arcade machine was set up in Portland, Oregon, watched over by various men in black. The game was so addicting that it caused fights to break out and horrible side effects to its players.
There is a lot of science fiction novels that I've read or listened to that have reference to this. Like it's a big urban legend.
Yeah.
Aloth first appeared in Avengers, the Terminatrix Objective number 1. The same 1993 comic that also introduced Ravonna Renslayer to the world, and one that features Kang as its central villain.
The politician Loki, who we see leading, in as much as they can or want to be led, the loose coalition of the variant Lokis is modeled almost exactly on the version of Loki from Marvel's Vote Loki story by Christopher Hastings, Langdon Foss, and Paul McCaffrey. In it, Loki ends up running for president with the ridiculous campaign built on the honest deception of openly lying to the American people, inadvertently aided by the credulous news media.
There was more to that, but I clipped it off for political reasons. A frog resembling Thor, as shown in the jar labeled T365, which references Thor number 365, is the issue where Loki transforms Thor into a frog. Or Throg.
So it appears that the classic Loki is basically what would have happened if our Loki survived the opening of Avengers Infinity War, which he did by allowing Thanos to kill a duplicate while he disguised himself as some debris.
On the ground in the void, there's a large severed head, and it's that of the Living Tribunal, a cosmic entity created by Stan Lee and Marie Severin back in 1967. The presence of the Living Tribunal, even one is dead at this present time, whose entire purpose is predicted on the existence of the multiverse, meaning that the TVA is trying very hard to cut all the ties of any evidence of the fact that there's a multiverse already out there.
Interesting.
I'd love it if this worked.
Interesting. The USS Eldridge was a real cannon-class destroyer in the U.S. Navy in use from 1943 to 1992. It was supposedly sold for scrap after it was decommissioned, but Loki possessed that perhaps it was an unwanted variant in the sacred timeline. Perhaps this is because the ship was rumored to be the subject of the Philadelphia experiment that was supposedly to render it invisible to human eyes. The story is sadly probably a hoax.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
The Philadelphia experiment?
I don't have it.
Watch it. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
The castle is likely Castle Limbo, home of Kang the Conqueror.
Yes, it is. The license plate on the car Mobius is driving, GRNW1D, as in Grunwald, as in, say it with us, kids, Mark Grunwald, the Marvel writer and editor who Mobius is based upon.
Yep.
Boom.
It's not the first reference we've seen of Grunwald.
No, they've referenced him every opportunity they can.
At one point on the ground in the void, we can spot a gigantic Yellow Jacket helmet. Yellow Jacket is the code name for several size-shifting superheroes in the Marvel comics, but is best known to MCU fans as Corey Stoll's Darren Cross from the first Ant-Man movie.
Just reading the chat. Don't stare at me like that. It's not necessary. Kind of hurts me. You son of a bitch. There's lots of crashed spacecraft. One of which kind looks like the Dark Astar, Ronan the Accuser's ship in Guardians of the Galaxy. And there may be a helicarrier hanging around. There's also a flying saucer that vaguely resembles the ship from John Carpenter's The Thing, and a pirate ship that if Doctor Doom were actually the villain of this show, is he or isn't he? We don't know. Would make us think that the character's very first appearance in the Fantastic Four comics, where he sent Ben Grimm back in time to become Blackbeard.
You know what time it is?
Main topic time?
No, it's time for you to take a leak.
I don't have to.
Hello, this is George Decay, reminding you, Don and Brady, for your mid-show pee break. Oh my, may I watch? Wang.
I'm going to go pee. We need to tell everybody what we're doing next week.
What are we doing next week? Oh, I remember. We're doing Back to the Future Part 3. I'm excited about it. We've done Back to the Future Part 1. We've done Back to the Future Part 2. Now we finally bring it around. Episode 70, Back to the Future Part 3. And we don't know what we're doing for 71, 72, 73, 74, but we know 75 is going to be an AMA. So if you've got questions, get them in. And then we'll give you all this time, 5 episodes worth, to get them in, and we'll throw them on the next show. Or we'll throw them on the AMA show. And those of you who are close, Luna Girl, Dragon Buddy, come to Chicago next year. Go to Scarif Con. We'll have a good time. It'll be fun. We'll do the Scarif Con thing in the daytime, and then we'll party at nighttime. By party, I mean we'll hang out in a hotel room and drink and have a fun time. Yeah. That would be awesome if you guys could come. But then again, if you can't, we understand. It's a farther drive for you guys than it is for us. Way far. Oh, Dragon Buddy's down. Yes. Yes. You guys are the best. One of these years, me and Don are going to try to go to the New York City Comic Con. I don't know if you guys are down for that, but I know Don's talked about it. That's something we want to shoot for. That would be really sweet. Whoa, he's back. He came in pretty aggressive through the door. It's a little unnecessary.
Gonna go.
No.
You're gonna hold it.
Yeah.
6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, we're only a tenth of the way into the show.
I know. Fucking ridiculous.
Whatever he said is probably a lie.
All of it was a lie. I meant none of it. No, I'm trying to recruit Luna Girl and Dragon Buddy to ScarifCon next year already.
Definitely. I was going to bring that up when you were going to go pee, but apparently you're not going to. That ScarifCon was awesome, and it's everyone should go.
Try to go?
No, you don't have time. Just fuck with you. I need some seconds.
DeadCon in Fort Wayne?
I'm not going to DeadCon in Fort Wayne.
No, that doesn't sound like something.
I'm not going to Fort Wayne.
Well, just DeadCon doesn't sound like something that would interest
Well,
me.
it's a horror con.
Yeah. Astronomicon is his horrors. I think we need to get.
I was trying to get them to go to that. They're like, I'm too good. Tutti Frutti already. All right, quiet.
Shh. I gotta put the stuff on.
28 seconds.
Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and Don DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Con, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show. Guess who's back? Back again. Yoda's back. I told my friend.
I hate you for that fucking thing. I hate that mask now.
It's a good mask.
I remember when your wife got it. She showed me. It was out in the car. It was a surprise. You didn't know you were getting it. I saw it way before you did, and I was like, "Oh, this is the coolest thing." And then there was the extra one, and then now I hate it.
30 episodes later,
I hate it.
It's just for the fan.
I don't think the fans even love it.
I think Lunar Girl loves it.
No, she doesn't.
She loves the fact that you hate it.
Luna Girl doesn't know what's going on right now.
She looks like she knows.
I'm upset right now.
He's upset, folks. I'm Don. He's upset.
Hello!
So we're going to get into our main topic. This has been a heated argument between me and Brady for, I don't know, what, a good year and a half now?
Since Celebration.
Since Celebration. I've been trying to get Brady to invest in watching Letterkenny.
Yes.
And he's been trying to tell me that I'm wrong in dismissing the Trailer Park Boys.
They do not need to be dismissed.
So the big homework was we were going to watch the top 5 episodes of both these shows.
And we just searched top 5 and we came up randomly. I searched it. I came up with Cineblend. Had 2 separate articles. Yep. Top 10 Trailer Park Boys article, and then there was a top 10 Letterkenny article.
Yep.
We decided, for the sake of the length of the show, we would do top 5.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
we pulled 5 from I don't remember if they were the same editor.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
They were written by the same person, the same editor. So they were of the same thought same
cool.
processor.
I didn't look into that. I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
awesome, because I had meant to.
So I felt like it was a balanced representation of these shows,
and they seem to enjoy them both.
Yeah.
Being
a Letterkenny fan, I don't necessarily agree with what they think is the top 5.
Fair. Me and I thought the same way about the top 5, but it was easier to watch them with you,
right,
and do it this way than saying, okay, let me. Well, no, Don, you really got to understand. I didn't want to do that the whole time.
Right. Hindsight, I would make you watch the episode about Ginger and Boots fucking an ostrich.
Fantastic. I'm already in.
Maybe we'll watch it after the show.
I'm already in.
But it is a fun fucking episode. But anywho,
I'll read the ones for the Trailer Park Boys. You read the Letterkennys.
It comes out the opposite.
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm a crazy motherfucker.
You're a whore.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm gonna read Brady's show, and he's gonna read mine.
You better do mine some justice.
I'm not going to.
I know. That's why I think it shouldn't be this way.
I know. That's why we're doing it this way. Just here to watch Brady struggle. So, the delusions of Officer Jim LaHaye.
Leahy.
That's not how it's spelled.
It's Jim Leahy.
Okay.
Don't be a dick about it.
Jim Leahy. Season 3, episode 7. Leahy loses his mind on his anniversary of his dismissal from the police force. He puts his old police uniform on and tells everyone in the park that he is a police officer again. He shoots at Ricky and ultimately imprisons Ricky and Julian in a homemade shed jail. This episode was pretty funny.
It's damn funny. I love how they're playing ball hockey for one.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing just wearing like gardening gloves and just shit like that, and it's reminiscent of what little kids do, but they're like adults. Adults. I use that term very loosely.
Right. The charm of this show is in its absurdity.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I grew up in a trailer park. I don't know if you had that experience at all.
I've lived in as a youngster, I lived in a trailer park on a base.
Mm-hmm.
So it was different, but there was a similar feeling of community.
Right.
And then I lived in a trailer park here in town.
Okay. So I agree with you about the sense of community in a trailer park, it's kind of charming.
Yeah.
But everything that's silly and funny about a trailer park, they take that little nugget and they plant a Everest-sized fucking tree on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so it's everything's silly to the nth degree.
Yes. They
So,
make it bigger than it really is.
yeah. So I mean, I will go ahead and admit that the show has its charm.
Yeah.
I still maintain that it's the inferior product, but it's a funny show. I
hate the way you speak.
It's way funnier than I thought it was.
Right.
And I mean, it
There's
definitely.
no need to use words like inferior product.
We're comparing the two shows together.
Inferior product though just sounds so bad.
I'm so
You
sorry.
need to find different wordage.
Okay. It's not as good of a show.
There you go. That sounds better. It's not as good as a show, guys.
Tell us about Uncle Eddie's Trust.
Uncle Eddie's Trust, season 2, episode 5. Wayne and Katie inherit some money. Folks from Letterkenny pitch them on why it should be theirs in the style of Shark Tank.
This episode I've seen it like 4 times. It still cracks me up.
It was good stuff. It was good stuff. And then Daryl doing his attempt to do his line dancing.
Mm-hmm.
That was fantastic. And then I haven't caught up on everybody's name.
Yeah.
I know the main character's name.
Uh-huh.
I know you've got Squirrely Dan, Wayne, Katie, Daryl. That's it.
You got the Skids.
Well, no, that of the main four who always sit in the beginning of the show.
Right.
That would be your main four.
And
just
then,
like I would say the main three would be Bubbles, Ricky, and Julian of Trailer Park Boys. And then you have the supporting cast.
This was your first exposure to Gail. What did you think of Gail?
Oh my God, dude.
She's a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was doing poetry.
She was doing
it's like
sexy,
slam dance poetry.
She was doing sexy poetry.
It was fucking.
Oh my God. That actually wasn't the first time of we watched the first season. We watched the first 3 episodes of this at Celebration.
Yes.
So that wasn't my first foray with Gail.
Right.
But this was the first one.
She was on Front
She was
Street.
like, yeah, let me show you what I got here, baby.
Mm-hmm. So now, having watched both these episodes side by side, where do you stand on which one's a better episode?
Personally, Are
you gonna say Trailer Park Boys on every one of them?
I don't know.
Okay, because I was just gonna skip it if that's where you.
I would just skip right to the end.
No, I'm just saying I'm not gonna ask you that question if you're gonna answer the same way every time.
No,
we're both biased for our own favorite show here.
Right. It's hard to say because I watched this one so fresh and so new.
But we watched them at the same time.
Yeah, I know. But it was brand new to me.
Oh,
so the
gotcha.
laughs were a little bit different where my laughs and then your laughs when we're watching Trailer Park Boys were at different times too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go with Uncle Eddie's Trust because that shit was pretty funny. The weird kids, the like
skids.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, dude, those guys crack me up every time.
They're fucking hysterical. Stuart. So, Facebook said that Uncle Eddie's Trust was the better episode, and Lunar Girl added her own line and said, "I've never seen these shows, but I love ATSW, the Escape Pod, so I'll be in the live chat regardless." Now, Lunar Girl did watch all 10 episodes of these shows today.
Yes, today. She caught up on them.
So she powered through.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Twitter also 6 votes, 100% for Uncle Eddie's Trust.
I think Uncle Eddie's Trust is just a newer show.
I think it's a better constructed joke. I think that in and of it's generally that episode, between those 2 episodes, Uncle Eddie's Trust was a better constructed joke, which is essentially what all these episodes are. They're a joke. They're a long form, well-written joke.
Yeah.
And punchlines land different.
I just confused the last episode with another episode on Letterkenny, but that's okay. I still remember what it's okay.
Okay.
Continue.
So the next set of episodes, point of order, you've gotten her to watch 10 times the amount of episodes of either show that I made happen. You're welcome, Dragon Buddy.
Yeah, we did that for you, buddy. This whole show was for you.
Yep. Now she's going to sit there and watch hours of this shit with you.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
Okay. The next set of shows, If You Love Something, Set It Free. Season 4, Episode 6. The boys discover a mountain lion has been eating their dope crop, and Bubbles adopts it, causing all sorts of problems in the park. I gotta say, I enjoyed the shit out of that episode.
I love the very beginning where Bubbles freaks out that it's a Sam Squatch.
Yeah.
He's freaking out so bad, and then the who was it? Corey or Trevor gets mauled by the thing because of the jacket he's wearing because it's got the leopard print on it.
Yep.
Oh my God, that was so fucking great. And then he covers his wounds with the potato chip bag with all the salt and shit over it. He's like, here, cover it this way. He's like, ah.
I have to say about Trailer Park Boys, the aesthetic choice that they make to use the night vision lens on the camera, I hate that.
Yeah.
I wish they would have just properly lit the scene and just done the scene.
I think they do that to keep in making with it cheap.
Oh, I completely get why they did it.
Yeah.
It was an aesthetic choice, and I don't care for it.
Yeah, well,
I'm putting my foot down.
Your foot's stupid.
Yeah.
And the mountain lion laid all the Viagra burgers. That was great.
That was great.
And then gave it to Corey or to Trevor.
Did they pay off that joke?
Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Yeah. When he jumps in the trailer and he attacks Trevor.
He fucks Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay.
He comes running out with pants and he's like, "Where are your pants?" He's like, "Yeah," and he runs away.
I must have missed it. I remember him eating the Viagra burgers, and then I missed the payoff.
He jumps in Leahy and Randy's trailer.
Okay. That makes the episode funnier.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
That's fantastic. All right. Letterkenny Talent Show. Season 4, Episode 4. Letterkenny locals put their special skills on display with their very own talent show. This is the one where I got it confused, where this is the one where Daryl does his line dance.
He does the line dancing, yeah.
And he needs help for his line dancing. So Katie and Wayne show up.
Yeah. Like he's got stage fright until his friends show up.
I feel good about the fact that I know all the main characters' names.
It's pretty impressive because all I can think of is Julian and Bubbles.
You can't think of Ricky.
Ricky's the one I can't stand.
Oh, no, he's the best.
No, I don't like
Oh,
his
that's
character.
why. He's such a fucking tool. He fucks up everything.
Yep.
You expect it, but you're like, how are you going to fuck it up?
There's a I hate to go back to the word aesthetic, but there's an aesthetic to that character that I find relatively repugnant. And I wish it would go. It's the fucking shirts. You know,
Exactly. That's what makes it amazing.
Yeah, it's all tied into
the snap pants.
Yes,
it's so great, dude.
I hate it.
I know and then he made like the fake gold watches and shit.
Yeah.
Like I know, I love it.
Do you? See,
it's so beautiful.
The joke is written for you, and it's not written for me.
That's ridiculous.
There's characters in Letterkenny I don't like too.
All right, so what else you got to say about the talent show? When an old girl's giving her.
Oh yeah. Definitely the fucking gyrating, slam poetry. See, we both mixed up the last episode and this one.
Right.
The last one, the Shark Tank one, was the one where like Glenn from the church is got the barbershop quartet, and then he yells at them all because they fucked it up.
Not him.
Yeah. It's such a good episode. But the talent show one is really good. I really
I love Wayne and the buzzard.
Yes.
When he has a buzzard and then he's like, and he's watching, he's like, and he's banging on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's like, I've had enough. Especially when I can't think of the guy's name and his wife.
Oh God.
McMurray shows up with his wife and they're doing the weird sexy thing. And he's
with
just
Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's trying to find the
button.
And
I gotta get it dry cleaned anyways.
Katie's just sitting there going, the fuck. But really hysterical episodes, both of them.
Yes.
I have to say that I think that If You Love Something, Set It Free is a stronger episode.
I agree with you. Wholeheartedly.
Let's see what fucking Twitter said. Let's see. Twitter said the talent show is better. 67 to 33%. And Facebook, 4 votes to 3 votes, Letterkenny talent show.
Boo.
I think in general, people agree that Letterkenny is a stronger show.
I think they're wrong.
You're welcome to think that.
Fuck you.
All right, next set of shows. The Way of the Road, Season 6, Episode 1. Everyone in the park adjusts to life outside of jail and is generally happy that things seem to be looking up until Randy is made associate trailer park supervisor.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I was not a fan of this episode.
No?
No. I think having seen a handful of other episodes, that the writer of this sampling of episodes was just flat out wrong.
Yeah.
There's stronger episodes in the bottom 5
Yeah.
of this top 10 list than this episode.
Fair enough. I can see that. I didn't know you were going to go that direction.
Is this the one where Randy burns down his trailer?
No.
So that's later.
That's later.
Okay.
This isn't one of my favorite. The saying and the things that what's his name? Ricky's dad says.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of the shit he says in this one, but this isn't one of my more favorite episodes.
Right. It pays off good at the end. There's a really funny line at the end where it goes, "Oh, that's the way of the road," and it's supposed to be a big ha-ha. It does pay off. It is funny. It's well constructed. It's just
the whole episode all the way through is just not that strong.
Yeah, it worked. It worked really hard to sell that joke.
Yeah, it could be better. Well, and here, this is going to be the harder one to vote against for me, because we're going to talk about episode 8 of season 8. Holy Sheet. The Hicks helped the Mennonites with some choring. This one was funny, but then I realized, oh, this is all we're going to do the entire episode.
The entire episode is
it's just going to be, it's giant dick and fart jokes. Mm-hmm. And it's all just based on wording, how somebody says something.
Yep. You could almost take the script of this and put anybody else in it, and you could do a short stage show. Yeah. And it would be just as funny.
Exactly. So that's why I say these two they weren't a couple of the stronger episodes, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think I could pull one of the first episodes of the first 3 episodes of the season out of this instead of this one. Now, I love the dude who plays J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys, how he's in both of these Canadian shows. I think that's cool. And I love seeing him, and his character is funny, but it's like, it's not funny when we're going to do this the entire episode. If you just stopped by the side of the road, did it for a little bit, and then we went on to some other shit.
Right.
Haha.
So I'm going to let you in on something, and I'm sure that a lot of the chat doesn't know this either. That happened about 5 times before this episode. So remember, this is season 8.
Yeah.
So there's been multiple times where they've showed up. There's been the little Mennonite jokes, and then they fuck off. It's not the whole episode. It's, 4 minutes.
Right.
So this was the big payoff to a bunch of little times they've done it. So it's funnier
if I'd seen it in order.
If you have the backstory.
I gotcha.
But it's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
It's definitely top 10 of all the, so I don't really hate that they put it where they put it. I don't know if it's number 3, but it's a strong episode, but I can completely see where you're coming from. It's an oversaturation.
Yeah, a ton.
If you weren't already set up for the wanting, more of it kind of thing. But it's like it's the money shot.
Yeah.
This episode is a money shot. You've gotten a little here, a little there, all over your face.
Right.
So who's gonna pound this box?
On social media, I voted all Trailer Park Boys.
Did you?
Yeah. Not gonna bullshit you on
That's fair.
On this one, I'm gonna have to go with Holy Sheet. The Way of the Road, just the phrase is funny, and it pays off in other episodes. Just the way of the road, way of the road.
Yeah.
He'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny in other episodes, but it almost felt like they tried to carry the episode with it, and it didn't.
That's interesting, though, that you say that it comes up in a bunch of episodes later. Just like I said, this joke is actually set up from multiple episodes before.
Yeah.
Like, so these episodes fall a little flat on their own because they're through line jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Facebook said that Holy Sheet was a better episode. And I'm going to say Twitter probably said that too. Nope. Twitter said that they're 50-50 on this one.
Oh, fantastic.
So, interestingly enough, they're about where we're at.
Nice. Nice.
So next we've got Jump the Cheeseburger, which I'm going to say right up front, the title of this had me way more excited than I had any reason to be. Like, one of the things that I think that this show has going against it is whoever names the episodes lacks some creativity.
Yeah.
But this episode's name is just fucking on point. It drew you could have looked at all the titles of all the fucking episodes of all the Trailer Park Boys, and you would have been like,
I want to see this one.
Jump the Cheeseburger? This looks like something I gotta fucking see.
Yeah.
So, season 7, episode 7. Phil and Randy are preparing a grand opening of the Dirty Burger. Randy is practicing a ramp jump with his bike for a performance. Now, let me in. Did Phil buy this food truck beforehand? Or does he just all of a sudden magically have this food truck?
No, he rents the truck from the caveman.
Okay, so there's a setup.
Yeah.
Okay.
He rents the truck from the caveman. And that's how he gets it and turns it into a food truck. Because it's originally just an RV.
Okay.
It's just
yes, it's a converted RV.
Yeah, it's a converted RV. So It's been an RV that they've had since like the very beginning. Mm-hmm. It's been sitting around in the background. They've used it in other stuff. It's been there before.
And then they just cut it up and turned it into a food truck.
Turned it into a food truck.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
It's a funny episode.
I love that Randy can't do it unless he gets high.
Yeah.
He has to be stoned to do
and then he still doesn't do it.
And then he still fucks it up.
And then he crashes.
He crashes hardcore.
I like that there is the through joke of Mr. Leahy is fucking drunk, and him and Randy have split up.
Yes.
And like, it's just pulling a bunch of threads that even in the few episodes that I've probably seen 20 episodes maybe of this show. There's enough that I'm like, oh, this is clever writing.
Yeah.
I can see why it ended up on the top. But I want to double back and say there's a lot of not fucking clever writing going on in this show.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of not even writing, it's just going off the cuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of improv, and it's not, some of it's just not good improv.
And I guess it's whatever floats their boat for what they're doing. It might be better than what they thought they were doing. Yeah. It might not be. We really don't know.
I think a lot of it falls in the sometimes when you're in the moment like that.
And that's where I think Trailer Park Boys and Letterkenny are different. I think there's a script and they follow the script on Letterkenny, whereas it's a little bit open to interpretation, a little bit open more to what do you feel like we're going to say or do today.
Right. And I think that Trailer Park Boys is probably shot 4 or 5 different ways, and they take the cut that they liked the most, and that's what they edit into the show.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more creativity going on in the filming of Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
But I think that they lack in the writer's room preparing. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I could be I'm most likely completely wrong.
We could both be wrong. Shit, I don't know. It's just, that's the way it seems.
Yeah. But this is one of the stronger episodes.
It was funny.
Trailer Park Boys.
St. Perfect's Day, season 2, episode 7. Letterkenny folks hold their annual St. Patrick's Day party, and Wayne fucking hates it.
Yeah. This is the first episode that you were exposed to of them doing the big party and brawl.
Yeah.
This comes up almost once every season.
No. In the first season, in the first 3 episodes, they fight.
Yes. In the first episode.
In the very first episode.
They get in that big fight because the one guy's picking on the special fella.
Right.
But this is the first episode that I think you've seen. Well, no. Almost every season ends this way. There's some kind of big Christmas party or St. Patrick's Day party or whatever.
Right.
And then big fight. Somebody's going to have a fight.
Hell yeah.
It just always happens. Everybody gets together, they drink, fight. This is also not one of my favorite Letterkenny episodes. It's a good episode. There's lots of good, funny things that happen in it. The thing with Derry constantly beating up the sandwich guy.
That was hysterical. That was hysterical.
Like at the end when he jumps on the sandwich guy's back.
Yeah.
Like it's a funny fucking episode.
Right.
But Jump the Cheeseburger, I think, is the stronger episode.
Jump the Cheeseburger is one of those ones where I'd be like, you should watch this one.
Yeah.
This one's funny. This one has it. This one introduces a lot of characters that you don't have to know, but they're still going to get you some laughs and some chuckles and stuff. So I would agree with that.
I think and
sometimes it's just not how they line up and going against each other.
Right. And I would say, having watched this one, this one was probably one of the more scripted shows that they did.
Yeah.
A lot of the jokes had nice setups and punchlines and callbacks and like from what's the word I'm looking for? Not strategic. It's just more structurally sound.
Okay.
Episode. It's good. It's a good show. It's on Facebook. 5 votes for St. Perfect's Day and 0 for Jump the Cheeseburger.
Boo.
Which I imagine they didn't watch Jump the Cheeseburger. And Twitter was more balanced. It was 40-60 St. Perfect's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go with, this is the number 1 episodes of both. Now, saying that, do you feel like these are the best 2 episodes?
Is this the best episode for Trailer Park Boys? No. Is this top 3? Yes.
Okay. Day Beers Day. It's funny.
Day Beers Day hit me in the feels.
How so?
The end.
What happened in the end?
They fucking go all and wallop old boy's ass.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And they had every fucking reason to, and I was rooting for him to fucking do it.
Right. That's right. This is the episode where we find out that...
Well, let's just say this one first then. Day Beers Day, Season 8, Episode 7. It's Day Beers Day, and Katie takes a trip.
Katie does take a trip. It really kind of knocks her off her saddle.
Yeah, and it's bullshit. Fuck this scumbag.
It does. Everybody's excited. It's Day Beers Day. Everybody, which is essentially in Letterkenny, Day Beers Day is a day everybody drinks all day.
Yeah, and they pretty much drink outside.
Yeah, nobody does any choring.
Nope.
It's day drinking all day long.
Hell yeah, we need a day like that.
Then the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
Wayne's ex-girlfriend shows up, knocks on the door, basically tells Wayne, hey, your sister's boyfriend has been all over French Canada getting busy with all the girls. So all the Letterkenny fellas hop in the back of the truck. They drive to Detroit to fuck up this dude that's been sleeping with Katie. So contrasting that, we get into the Green Bastard.
Yes.
Season 4, episode
Parts unknown,
4.
bitch.
Ricky holds community day in the park while Jim tries to pose as a real park supervisor and win a prestigious award. I like this episode a shit ton.
Yes.
I don't think that the stuff with Jim in the background adds to the episode. I think it's a distraction from all the great things that are happening in this episode.
I love the stuff. I love the stuff that's happening with Jim because of how it affects Ricky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Because without that being there, it can't affect Ricky, and Ricky can't be fucking losing his shit going off the handle.
Mm-hmm. I think that maybe if it was me shooting it, I would have shot it as the things that are going on in Community Day are the focus, and then like take a scene where you got Bubbles dressed as Green Bastard and he's wrestling in the ring. You can put Bubbles and Jim. Nope. You can put Ricky and Jim arguing behind the ring loud enough that you can hear them talk, that you can get what's going on with them while still keeping the focus on the entertaining part of that episode.
Yeah.
I'm not a director, so who gives a fuck what I think? But that's how I'd have done it. You know what I mean? Because I felt like they put the Ricky Jim thing up front, and all the interesting shit is actually happening behind.
I love it because of how confused Ricky gets with shit anyways. So it's even more of a like, what the fuck are you doing, Jim? Mm-hmm. You're not the trailer park supervisor. I'm the trailer park supervisor.
Right.
Have you gone fucking cuckoo? Like, I just, having watched the show and seeing the character and maybe that's what I lean back on, having watched every episode of Trailer Park Boys, mm-hmm. and some of them more than once.
Right.
You know,
but that might come from your opinion of Ricky is that he's a strong character
and yours is less.
And I honestly find him to be the weakest character on the screen most of the time. So it's just an interpretation of,
and that's fair. What's your vote?
It's a Daybeer day.
Yeah, see, it's Green Bastard all day.
That's why I'm saying, like, the funny stuff that's going on in this episode is really happening with like Bubbles and the other characters.
But this is closer. This lineup, these two going against each other are closer than any of the other ones.
Right. This is a real battle.
Because the way they show up at the end, ready to fucking throw down, and they're all running past her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I loved it, dude.
Yeah, that moment is intense.
That moment, I was like,
good job, motherfucker.
Yes.
The second he walks out and that girl comes up behind him and he realizes how fucked he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is priceless.
Yes. So I gotta say, I think these are both equally great shows in their own rights. I think they are two different shows. 100%. The way they're set up, the way they're followed. Your Trailer Park Boys is more of your cops from the criminal side. Mm-hmm. You know, following these bunch.
It's very much like watching Cops,
but from the dumbass criminal side.
Yeah,
you're seeing how they act and how they do shit behind the scenes.
And everything is just before they get busted.
Yeah, and then Letterkenny is more of a actual television show, whereas the other one feels like real TV or what's the word I'm looking for? Reality TV, but it's not.
Right.
It's that fake reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
So they're two different shows. I think they're both great. I have always given you shit for Letterkenny just because.
Mm-hmm. I give you shit for Trailer Park Boys just because.
It's just because I can, and they're Canadian. If they weren't Canadian shows, I wouldn't care. I think it's because I can compare them as Canadian shows. And like, no. This one came first. This one's better. Take your Letterkenny over there. But having watched these, I garnered a new respect for Letterkenny, and I will continue to watch them. I'm not going to watch them all this weekend. That's not going to happen. But I'm going to put them on the list, and there's something I'm going to watch. And I did see the humor in them, and I will continue to see the humor in them. They were really funny.
I want to do some research and find some more good episodes of Trailer Park Boys. I'm definitely not going to go back and watch them all, but I know that there's got to be some more good nuggets in there.
Yeah.
Another nice thing about Letterkenny as opposed to Trailer Park Boys, Letterkenny's episodes are a little shorter, and their seasons are only about 8 episodes.
Yeah, I'm not positive. I have
you can crush a whole season of Letterkenny in about 3 hours.
Right.
So, there's that. But I bet you there's probably another 20 or so episodes of Trailer Park Boys I should watch.
There's 6 to 10 episodes a season.
So I guess it's about the same. How many seasons are there?
I think now there's 12.
Okay, so Letterkenny's a little behind. There's like 9 seasons.
Yeah, because...
So that must be what they do in Canada is like 7 or 8 episodes of a show.
Possibly.
Per season.
Possibly.
That's kind of the way they do it over in the UK too, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've established that I'm right, Letterkenny's better.
Whoa!
I've been waiting all episode to say that.
We have not established that.
Okay. We have established that both of these are good shows.
Yeah, and they both deserve your time to watch.
Yes.
Seek out a top 10 list.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it may not make sense as far as who or some of the characters are related to who, but I really don't feel like they're both those kind of shows where you have to know who these characters are. You can jump in the middle of any season and get down on it.
And I recommend the episode where Ginger and Boots have fucked an ostrich.
Whoa.
Let me see what episode this is. The season 1, episode 6. The fuss in the back bush is what it's called.
Just sounds ridiculous.
It's everybody go out and watch Letterkenny episode 1, season 6. I literally am wearing a Led Zeppelin knockoff t-shirt that says allegedly on the bottom, and you'll get the joke afterwards. Anyway, watch it. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, man, just they're both shows that can be enjoyed. If you're a fan of comedy, you're going to be a fan of these shows.
I agree. Let's wrap this monkey up.
Hell yeah.
Everybody make sure you like this video. Give us some kind of review on iTunes. It really helps people find us. If you don't do iTunes, there's all kinds of other places you can leave us a review. Call it out to us. Let us know that it's out there so that we can shout it out on the show. Make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media and interact with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
Definitely. Brady, tell these guys where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o 0 capital BIG underscore capital LOVIN 0 lowercase o. And once again, that's on Instagram and Twitter. Don, tell them where they can find you, buddy.
They can find me at Jetfire1979 on Twitter and DellaSnooch on Instagram.
Where can you find the Escape Pod on Twitter?
It is at the Escape Pod.
Yeah. So that's where you're mainly going to get our traffic for the Escape Pod.
Yeah. But if you get at me anywhere on either of those, I'll see it.
Hell yeah.
You can find us and other great podcasts on red5network.com.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. May the force be with you. And go blue. You did that really early. I gotta pee.
Because you didn't go earlier.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.